Beloved soul, the moment you imagine something, it already begins to exist. The universe doesn't wait for time for effort or for logic. It responds instantly to your vibration, to your focus, to the picture you hold in your mind. Manifestation is not something that happens in the future. It happens in the now. The very second you imagine your desire with love and certainty, creation begins. Your imagination is not a place of fantasy. It is the birthplace of reality. Every creation that has ever existed began as an idea, a thought, an image in someone's mind. The moment you imagine something with conviction, the universe begins to rearrange itself to match the vibration of that image. This is not wishful thinking. It is the law of creation. You are constantly using your imagination, whether you realize it or not. Every thought, every mental picture, every emotion is sending out a frequency, and that frequency becomes form. When you imagine abundance, you are summoning abundance. When you imagine peace, you are inviting peace. When you imagine struggle or lack, you are creating the energetic conditions for more of that. The universe does not judge your thoughts. It simply reflects them. Your imagination is like a projector, and your life is the screen. Whatever movie you choose to play inside your mind will eventually appear before your eyes. Many people misuse their imagination without even realizing it. They rehearse their fears. They visualize what could go wrong. They dwell on painful memories and imagine them happening again. And then they wonder why they continue to attract similar experiences. The truth is, you are always manifesting. The question is whether you are manifesting consciously or unconsciously. Once you understand this, you can begin to use your imagination deliberately, lovingly, and powerfully. Imagine yourself as a sculptor, and your imagination as the tool that shapes the clay of your life. The clearer your mental picture, the faster the energy begins to take form. When you see yourself happy, successful, and free, you are molding that version of yourself into existence. It doesn't matter what your current circumstances look like. Those are simply the results of past thoughts. What you imagine today creates your tomorrow. Every image you hold with emotion is a seed planted in the garden of the universe. If you continue to nurture that image with faith and feeling, it must grow. Imagination operates instantly because it exists outside the boundaries of time. The physical world may appear to take time to catch up, but in truth, the creation already exists in the invisible. You are simply aligning yourself with it. Think of a radio station. The signal is already there, but you have to tune into the right frequency to hear it. When your inner image and your belief are in harmony, you become a perfect match for your desire. And then what you have imagined begins to show up in your physical reality. The power of imagination lies not only in what you see, but in what you feel. To imagine something vividly is to feel it as if it is happening now. The subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. It responds to feeling. When you imagine with strong emotion, joy, gratitude, excitement, you are programming your subconscious mind to believe it is already true. That belief is what causes the physical manifestation to appear effortlessly. Begin to practice using your imagination intentionally. Before you fall asleep, picture the life you desire as if it's already here. Feel the emotions of having it now. During the day, gently redirect your mind whenever it drifts toward fear or limitation. Replace the old image with a new one filled with possibility and love. With repetition, your imagination becomes your greatest ally. Your imagination is divine intelligence speaking through you. It is the part of you that remembers what you are capable of, that you are not limited by circumstance or time. Every time you imagine something good for yourself or for others, you align with the creative power of the universe. You become a living expression of the truth that what you see within, you will soon see without. So, dare to imagine the best for your life. Let every picture in your mind be filled with beauty, joy, and abundance, and watch how quickly your reality transforms to mirror the light you hold within. Time is one of the greatest illusions of the human mind. We are taught to measure life by minutes, hours, days, and years, yet the universe does not operate in this way. In the higher realms of creation, there is no past and no future. There is only the eternal now. Everything you will ever desire already exists in this present moment. The feeling of waiting for something to happen is not because the universe is slow. It is because the human mind has not yet accepted what is already true. We often believe manifestation takes time, but time is simply the distance between your desire and your belief. When your faith is absolute, the delay dissolves. The moment you truly know that what you desire is already yours, you collapse the illusion of time. The universe doesn't respond to waiting, it responds to knowing. It mirrors the vibration you emit right now, not what you hope will happen one day. Imagine holding a seed in your hand. The moment you plant it in the soil, its potential to become a tree already exists. You may not see it yet, but it is done. You trust that the seed will grow, and your belief allows nature to unfold in perfect rhythm. Manifestation works the same way. The instant you decide with your heart and feel it as true, creation begins in the unseen. Your only task is to remain in the vibration of certainty, not to question when it will appear. The time it takes is only a reflection of how long you remain in faith instead of doubt. Human minds are trained to measure progress, to expect results in linear patterns, but energy moves differently. Energy responds to focus and frequency. If you constantly think, "It hasn't happened yet," you are holding your manifestation at arm's length, keeping it in the future. But when you declare, "It is done," and feel the joy of having it now, you invite it into your present reality. The universe must respond because it always aligns with the strongest vibration you send out. You see, time bends to consciousness. Have you ever noticed that when you are deeply happy, time seems to disappear? Hours feel like moments. When you are anxious or impatient, even minutes feel like forever. This is the mind's illusion at play. The same principle applies to manifestation. When you are in alignment, when your imagination, emotion, and belief are united, manifestation happens instantly in consciousness. The outer world then simply unfolds in divine order, reflecting that inner shift. Patience is not about waiting, it's about trusting. When you truly trust, time loses its power over you. You stop asking, "When?" and start knowing, "Now." The universe loves a calm heart, a mind that no longer questions, but instead declares, "I already have it." That declaration changes everything. It shifts you from chasing your desires to attracting them naturally, effortlessly, and harmoniously. The illusion of time dissolves when you stop living from memory and start living from imagination. Memory keeps you tied to what was. Imagination connects you to what can be. Each moment you imagine your dream as already real, you pull it closer into form. What you call waiting is often just the universe rearranging circumstances so that your outer world can mirror your new inner state. So release the clock from your consciousness. Trust the divine rhythm that governs all creation. Know that everything you have ever asked for already exists in the field of infinite possibility. The moment you align your vibration with it, it becomes yours. Time does not create, your belief does. Time does not delay, your doubt does. Live as though your desire is already fulfilled. Speak as if it's already done. Feel the gratitude as though it has already arrived. When you do, you merge with the timeless power of creation, the eternal now, where all things exist, where nothing is missing, and where everything you have ever dreamed of is already waiting for your recognition. Emotion is the invisible bridge that connects your inner world of thoughts to the outer world of form. It is the language of energy that the universe understands perfectly. Every thought you think carries a vibration, but it is emotion that gives it life, movement, and magnetic power. Without emotion, a thought is like a seed without water. It holds potential, but it cannot grow. The moment you feel what you think, the process of manifestation begins. Your emotions are not random. They are creative signals. They reveal the vibration you are offering to the universe. When you think thoughts of love, joy, gratitude, and confidence, and you feel those emotions deeply, you are aligning with the energy of abundance. When you think thoughts of fear, worry, or doubt, and allow those feelings to dominate, you are aligning with lack. The universe does not distinguish between good or bad. It only responds to frequency. Emotion decides the frequency, and frequency decides what you attract. This is why so many people say they desire one thing but receive another. They think positive thoughts for a few moments, yet they carry feelings of fear or disbelief throughout the day. The vibration of fear is stronger than a fleeting thought of faith. It is not the words that manifest. It is the emotion behind them. You can say, "I am wealthy," but if you feel scarcity, you are still broadcasting lack. The universe responds not to what you say, but to what you feel is true. To manifest deliberately, you must learn to feel before you see. You must generate the emotion of your desire before it becomes visible. When you imagine a dream and feel joy, excitement, or relief as if it is already here, you activate the bridge between your thought and its physical expression. Your subconscious mind receives that emotion as evidence that the desire is real, and it begins to organize everything in your reality to match it. Emotion turns imagination into experience. The power of emotion is what makes visualization work. You could visualize your goals every day, but if you feel frustration or impatience, you weaken the signal. The goal of visualization is not to force results, it is to evoke the emotion of fulfillment. When you feel as though your wish is already accomplished, you become the living frequency of your desire. The universe, being a perfect mirror, can only reflect that state back to you in physical form. Emotions are also your greatest teachers. They show you where your energy is aligned and where it is blocked. When you feel joy, love, and peace, you are connected to your higher self. You are in harmony with creation. When you feel anger, sadness, or resistance, you are being guided to shift your focus. Instead of suppressing or judging your emotions, listen to them. They are feedback from the soul, telling you which direction your energy is flowing. To consciously create your reality, begin to cultivate emotional awareness. Ask yourself often, how am I feeling right now? And does this feeling align with the reality I want to create? If the answer is no, gently shift your focus. Think of something that brings you joy. Recall a moment of gratitude. Feel appreciation for the air you breathe, the sunlight that touches your face, the peace within your heart. Even the smallest shift in emotion begins to raise your vibration. Emotion is the fuel of manifestation. When you combine a clear thought with a powerful feeling, you create momentum. The stronger the emotion, the faster the manifestation. This is why people who are deeply passionate about their goals often experience rapid success. Their emotional energy ignites creation. The universe rushes to respond to the energy of enthusiasm, love, and belief. So, guard your emotions with love and awareness. Choose feelings that reflect the life you wish to live. Let joy be your guide, gratitude your compass, and peace your foundation. Remember, your thoughts are the blueprint, but your emotions are the builders. They shape the bridge that connects your inner vision to the outer world. Feel deeply, love fully, and trust that what you feel with faith will soon become what you see with your eyes. Doubt is the shadow that dims the light of creation. Control is the wall that blocks the flow of the universe. Together, they delay the very manifestations your heart longs for. When you release doubt and the need to control every detail, you open the door for miracles to enter. Letting go is not giving up. It is trusting that the universe knows exactly what it's doing, even when you cannot see how things will unfold. We live in a world that teaches us to plan, to predict, and to hold on tightly to outcomes. But manifestation works through surrender, not struggle. When you try to control every aspect of life, you are saying to the universe, "I don't trust you." You are operating from fear rather than faith. True creation requires space, space for the unseen forces of life to arrange events in ways your human mind could never imagine. The moment you loosen your grip, energy begins to move again. Doubt is born from separation, the belief that you are alone and must make everything happen by yourself. But you are never alone. There is a higher power working through you, guiding you toward your highest good. When you doubt, you disrupt that connection. You interfere with the natural rhythm of manifestation. It's like planting a seed and then digging it up every day to see if it's growing. The constant need for reassurance stops the seed from taking root. When you trust, you let it grow in peace. Letting go of control doesn't mean you stop taking inspired action. It means you stop forcing outcomes. You act with faith, not fear. You make your move and then release attachment to the result. You stop trying to push the river and instead allow it to carry you. The universe always responds to energy, not effort. When your actions are born from calm certainty, everything flows more easily. When your actions come from anxiety and control, everything feels heavy, delayed, and difficult. Doubt is also a signal that you are focusing more on what is missing than on what is becoming. It means your attention is on the absence of your desire rather than the presence of it. Shift your focus back to gratitude, back to trust, back to knowing. Say to yourself, "Even if I cannot see it yet, it is already done." Every time you reaffirm your faith, you weaken the power of doubt. Every time you relax and breathe, you strengthen your alignment with the infinite. The universe is infinitely intelligent. It knows the perfect way to bring your dreams to life better than you could ever plan. What looks like delay might be protection. What feels like rejection might be redirection. The universe sees the full picture while you can only see a small part. When you try to control every outcome, you limit what is possible. But when you surrender, you allow something greater to unfold, something far beyond your imagination. Letting go is not passive. It is the most powerful act of faith. It means you believe that what you desire is already moving toward you, that the timing will be divine, that the right people and circumstances are aligning in your favor. When you release your need to control, you make room for synchronicity. for inspiration, for divine timing to work its magic. You are the dreamer, not the door of everything. Your job is to imagine, to believe, and to act when guided. The rest is not your concern. The universe doesn't need your worry. It needs your trust. The energy of control creates tension, but the energy of faith creates flow. So breathe deeply and release the need to know every answer. Let go of the timelines, the hows, and the wins. Trust that all is unfolding perfectly for your highest good. The more you let go, the faster everything aligns. When you replace control with trust and doubt with faith, life begins to move in harmony with your heart's desire. And that is when miracles happen, effortlessly, beautifully, and right on time. To live in the feeling of the wish fulfilled is to step into the reality you desire before it appears. It means you no longer wait for external evidence to believe. You decide to feel now what you once thought you'd only feel someday. This is the secret to manifestation. The universe does not respond to your words or wishes. It responds to your vibration. And your vibration is shaped by what you feel. When you feel as if your desire is already accomplished, you align yourself with the frequency of its fulfillment. The outer world cannot help but rearrange itself to match that inner state. Living in the feeling of the wish fulfilled is not pretending. It is creating energetically first. You are not deceiving yourself. You are embodying your true power. Every thought, emotion, and mental picture is a creative force. The more vividly you feel your desire as real, the faster it takes form. The subconscious mind does not know the difference between something vividly imagined and something physically experienced. It simply accepts what you repeatedly feel as truth. When you feel abundance, even before the money arrives, you train your subconscious to attract abundance. When you feel love, even before the relationship manifests, you become a magnet for loving experiences. The key is not to chase the desire, but to become it. If you wish to experience joy, be joyful now. If you want peace, cultivate peace now. If you want success, walk, speak, and think as one who is already successful. You do not wait for conditions to change before you feel good. You feel good, and the conditions change. Life mirrors your emotional state. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are being. When you wake up each morning, imagine your life exactly as you want it to be. See yourself in the home you desire, doing the work you love, surrounded by the people who uplift you. Feel the gratitude that comes with that life. Feel the relief of already having what you once asked for. Let the emotion fill every part of you until it becomes natural. Throughout your day, walk with quiet confidence, knowing that the energy of your desire is already here. You are not waiting, you are receiving. Many people postpone their happiness until their desires manifest. They say, "I'll be happy when I have it." But that thinking keeps the manifestation in the future. The way to bring it into the now is to live in the vibration of fulfillment today. When you feel as if it's already yours, you dissolve the separation between wanting and having. The universe recognizes that vibration as completion and responds instantly. It's natural for doubt to appear, but your work is to return to the feeling. Feelings are stronger than thoughts. Even if your mind says, "It's not here yet," your emotions can declare, "It's already done." The emotion of fulfillment quiets the noise of doubt. The more consistently you return to that emotional state, the more solid your new reality becomes. Living in the feeling of the wish fulfilled also requires gratitude. Gratitude anchors your desire in the present moment. When you give thanks as though it's already happened, You send a powerful signal of faith. Gratitude says, I trust that it is done. It bridges the gap between your inner world and your outer world. This practice is not about forcing belief, but allowing it. Allow yourself to feel worthy of your desire. Allow yourself to experience joy now. The universe always matches your allowance, not your effort. When you surrender to the feeling of already having what you want, you become a living magnet for miracles. So begin today. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and step into the feeling of your wish fulfilled. See it, sense it, and know it as real. Live as the person who already has what they desire. Speak from that energy. Move through your day from that confidence. When you do, you align yourself with the creative power of the universe, and everything you've imagined begins to flow naturally into your life, as if it had been there all along. Gratitude is the final and most powerful step in the process of manifestation. It is the seal that locks your desire into the fabric of creation. When you give thanks, you acknowledge that what you have asked for already exists. Gratitude tells the universe, I believe. It closes the gap between wanting and receiving because it shifts your energy from lack to abundance, from waiting to knowing, from hoping to certainty. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a declaration of trust. When you are truly grateful, you stop asking when things will happen. You stop worrying about how they will come. You rest in the calm assurance that everything you desire is already on its way, or perhaps already here in a form you have not yet recognized. Gratitude transforms your focus. It takes your eyes off what is missing and places them on what is already working beautifully in your life. And as you focus on what you appreciate, more reasons to be grateful begin to appear. The law of attraction responds to appreciation like a magnet. The more you thank, the more you receive. So many people forget this simple truth. They affirm, they visualize, they imagine. But then they doubt, they wait and worry. That vibration of worry slows the manifestation down. Gratitude reverses that. It accelerates the process because it aligns you with the vibration of receiving. You cannot be truly grateful and doubtful at the same time. Gratitude is faith in action. It is saying to the universe, I already have it in my heart, and that is enough. When you maintain that frequency, physical reality must catch up to it. Every morning when you awaken, take a moment to give thanks, not only for what you already see, but also for what is still unseen. Thank the universe for the love that surrounds you, for the opportunities that are finding you, for the healing that is unfolding within you. Even if you don't yet see the result, gratitude acknowledges that creation has already begun in the invisible. This awareness shifts your energy from resistance to allowance. You begin to live as if your dream has already manifested, and that feeling pulls it into the now. Gratitude also opens your heart. It softens fear and dissolves tension. When you are thankful, you feel safe, guided, and supported. That safety creates relaxation, and relaxation allows energy to flow freely. When you are tense or anxious, you block the current of creation. But when you are calm and appreciative, you open the channel through which your blessings can arrive. Gratitude, therefore, is not only emotional, it is energetic. It clears your path. There is also deep power in expressing gratitude for challenges. When you can thank life even for the difficult moments, you transcend fear and step into mastery. You begin to see that every delay carries purpose, that every obstacle holds hidden wisdom. Gratitude turns pain into growth, confusion into clarity, and endings into new beginnings. It is the ultimate sign that you have learned to trust, the divine process of life. You can practice gratitude in many ways, silently in your heart, written in a journal, spoken aloud, or even felt through meditation. The form doesn't matter. What matters is the emotion. Feel your gratitude deeply. Let it expand in your chest until it becomes a gentle warmth. Imagine that warmth radiating outward, touching everything around you. Your home, your loved ones, your dreams, your future. This energy communicates directly with the universe, sending out a clear message. I am ready. I am open. I am thankful. The universe always mirrors your dominant state of being. When you live in gratitude, you broadcast abundance, love, and trust. These vibrations draw experiences that match them. Life begins to feel lighter. Doors open easily. People appear at the right time. You find yourself supported by unseen hands. Gratitude is the final confirmation that your manifestation is complete. It seals your intention with love. It transforms creation into celebration. When you live in gratitude, you are no longer chasing your desires. You are receiving them naturally. You are no longer asking if it will happen. You are simply giving thanks that it already has. And in that sacred moment of appreciation, everything you have ever wanted flows toward you effortlessly, beautifully, and perfectly.